They have, basically you can say they have all the philosophical points in them. Now, how you use them, and then you can put them together how you like. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, according to your nature, your interest, so it'll be just like, because religion, when you're dealing the material platform, it will be governed by your local environment, like that. So depending upon what is the physical environment you're in, the weather that's there, the language, the food, all these different things, that will affect how you deal. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, let us say, now, like, I'm not sure if it's there in many languages, but in English you have an old saying that someone asks how you're doing, and you're, saying something in a very light way, poetic way. You're saying, I'm fine as wine. Okay? So it rhymes and all that, and wine's good, so yeah, you're good, yeah, okay. You understand? So now, who would say this? It would only be people who wine is a very important part of their does that make sense? Yeah. So that means it would have to have come from a European, Western European environment. Does that make sense? Because it doesn't sound good, I'm fine as tequila. It just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing, is that it will be according to the local. Things like that, these have an effect. So like that, then you take these philosophies, these are, main philosophies, but then you apply them into the local environment, right? Because they're dealing on the mundane platform, they're affected by these. Does that make sense? The Vaishnavas, they're not affected because they're dealing on the transcendental platform. But it doesn't mean that they don't consider these things for application in the environment. But it's not that they're controlled or governed by these. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. The Vaishnava is the universal aspect. And if you're dealing on anything below that, it will be governed by, the locale and the customs and all those things. To a main degree, because you always have a majority of people will function by that, and there's always a person who likes it somewhere else. Like one South Indian kid was telling me, full-on South Indian, and he was telling me he loves the South Indian breakfast, but he prefers North Indian lunch. Like that. Does that make sense? So, there's always one like that. So it's just that there's some combination, so they'll take some